only person on the internet where they make really healthy, good looking recipes in under 10 minutes with not more than 3 ingredients. So I decided to put it to the test. Taken that I don't have a lot of culinary skills and would not consider myself a chef or even a cook that can make anything with more than 4 ingredients, this challenge seems perfect. I will be making 3 Instagram viral recipes with less than 3 ingredients in under 10 minutes. My problem with recreating these is not that it looks difficult, it's that I cannot make it look as pretty and like seamless as they are. That's the real problem. Now this first recipe, I'm honestly surprised that I have never tried before, but I am going to be honest, when I saw this a couple of weeks ago, I actually gave it a try. So this is not going to be my very first reaction, but I felt like it was very important to include it, the mango chia seed pudding. It's currently July and it's a little difficult to get your hands on mango, but I'm assuming that any fruit, irrespective of the season, will work just as well. The only things that you are going to need for this recipe are chia seeds, some coconut milk, honey optional, and fruit. They have not specified on the quantity, so I'm just going to wing it. I used 2.5 spoons of chia seeds, some coconut milk, I'm not going to be using any honey for this, but however, honey is optional. Once you're done mixing the whole thing, you need to leave it aside, preferably overnight, but since I am filming this video, I am just going to keep it for a few hours and then we're going to top it up with mango and then I'm going to do the taste test. Right now, this is all you need. We're going to move on to recipe number 2. It is called the Snickers peanut butter and chocolate dates. I've been eyeing this recipe for so long now because it looks delicious, very easy to make. Fun fact, I've always hated Snickers until very recently, so I'm actually very excited to taste this recipe, and it only requires peanut butter, chocolate and dates, and peanuts are optional. I have all the 3 ingredients, so let's start. This is an additional step that I'm putting in. I'm worried that if I put it just as is, it is going to start sticking on the plate and we do not want that. The next step is to actually open up all the dates, remove the seeds out of them. I'm going to try to do this in the least messiest way possible so it still looks a little presentable by the end of it. This girl who actually makes the recipe has done it so beautifully with like zero mess. I could never. My dates are ready, my peanut butter is ready, and I have melted some dark chocolate in a bowl. So now she has taken the peanut butter. She's actually done this in a much easier way. I, on the other hand, not so much. I actually have hated peanut butter all my life, similar to the fact that I hated the idea of Snickers all my life. And now, look at me. Who would have thought? I've actually told myself that I was going to stop eating as much sugar, and I honestly have like drastically reduced the amount of sugar I have been consuming. Like it's almost close to nothing, or maybe like 10 to 20 grams, which is still a lot, but compared to what I used to eat, I have absolutely reduced the amount of sugar I've been eating. But I feel like this is one of those things that you can make and keep in your fridge way ahead of time, and then every time you feel hungry you can just like take one of these out and eat it. I do love dates in general as a snack, so you would probably find me eating this if it ends up being like a good recipe. So far it's not the cleanest, I will tell you that. I have made an absolute mess. Now the last part that's remaining is to top them up with some peanuts, which I actually have forgotten to toast. So I'm going to toast the peanuts and then we're going to sprinkle it on the dates. I'm actually Like, this is pretty cool. It was cooler than I was expecting. It is not the best and it most definitely can be better, but it is much better than I think I could do. I will put it in the fridge for a couple of hours and then I'm going to check back on it. And finally, the last recipe is called chocolate banana popsicles. Now this one I am really excited for because they look so crunchy. All you need is bananas, chocolate and some kind of toppings. I don't have coconut shavings, what she's using, so I'm just going to use walnuts, almonds and peanuts together. I am going to line it up with parchment paper again because I don't want it to stick. We're going to open it, break it into half, a toothpick in and coat it with some chocolate. I am going to be honest, it's not the best coating job I could have done. And finally, after she coats the entire thing with chocolate, she puts a lot of nuts. Since I already have peanuts on there, I'm just going to sprinkle a few pieces of peanuts. She basically then puts this into the freezer for about 2 to 3 hours. Is this my best work so far? Probably not. Is this a half decent job? Maybe. We're going to finally taste test all our 3 recipes and I'm going to give you my final verdict if any of these recipes actually taste as good as they look. Let's go. It has been a couple of hours and my chia seed is almost set. So it's time to do the toppings. This is not my first time trying this recipe. I actually tried it about 2 weeks ago from Instagram and I have been obsessed. To tell you that I have been eating this every single day would be an exaggeration, but I have been. It is by far the healthiest and tastiest snack I've had in a very long time, and it's so easy to make. I would 100% give this recipe 10 out of 10 for ease, 10 out of 10 for taste, and for my presentation I would give this a 6 out of 10 because I believe I can do a better job. Definitely 100% worth it. Now we come to recipe number 2. I want you to see and I want you to appreciate how beautiful this looks and how much effort I have not put into it because it's been rather easy. It doesn't look 100% presentable, but I believe it's going to be tasty. It is sweet. If you cannot hear me anymore, it's because it's raining. It is tasty, but it is sweet. And if you have a really sweet tooth, then this would be a really good snack. 9 out of 10 for taste, 7 out of 10 for presentation, and ease would be an 8 out of 10 because it does get a little bit messy, but it is 100% worth it. And now finally we come to recipe number 3, which was our banana popsicles. I'm hoping that the taste does justice. If you think that the previous dish was sweet, this for some reason 10x the sweetness. I'm not a big fan of the texture because it's like hard on the outside and then banana-y on the inside. So don't love, but if you like banana, if you like chocolate, and if you like the combination, this is a good, easy dessert. An 8 out of 10 for taste, 4 out of 10 for presentation, and about an 8 out of 10 for ease in making. I'm surprised, I'm shocked, I'm excited because these are all things that I know that I can make regularly. Definitely this would be number 1 for me. The Snickers would be number 2, and then the banana at the bottom of the list. I don't consider any of them to be a fail. I think they were very easy to make, very quick, and also really tasty. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me if you want me to try other recipes. Until then, bye. Bye.